In her time at Taylorsville High, Natalie Williams says she has learned how to take a compliment, but she's not quite yet comfortable with celebrity.
Some people have already asked me for my autograph, and that's real hard for me because I'm like, well, why do you want my autograph?
Why? Well, maybe because Natalie led the Lady Warriors to a state volleyball title. Maybe because at 18 she was invited to play with the U.S. national team. Maybe because she averages almost 30 points a game in basketball. But probably because Natalie Williams is the best high school female athlete in the state.
I know that some people, look up to me, and that means a lot to me, so I try and be a good role model.
I grew up in Salt Lake City, and with a single parent. Sports was an avenue for me to just really express myself. I was very tall. I think I was 6 feet tall in 6th grade. I played volleyball, I played basketball, I ran track. I just, I was a great athlete. And, now being around athletes so much, there's a lot of great athletes, but I just had an incredible drive. I went to UCLA on a volleyball scholarship. My high school coach told me that in basketball, I would be great, but in volleyball, I could be one of the best.
Look at Natalie Williams, number 14.
A two-sport star. He might be the greatest UCLA women's volleyball player of all time.
And maybe their greatest athlete of all time at UCLA.
32 kills, 17 digs, and 3 aces. That's all Natalie Williams.
But after my freshman year, I missed playing basketball.
At forward for UCLA, a 6'1" sophomore from Taylorsville, Utah, number 24, Natalie Williams.
UCLA has always been very good in women's basketball. And when Natalie came along, she just catapulted our program. I mean, she was an amazing athlete. She had ridiculous talent. Her passion was more volleyball, but she was an excellent basketball player too.
Natalie, you're averaging about 20 points and 11 rebounds. Your numbers are way up from last year. Do you feel like you're all the way back in basketball form now?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't hard for me to get back into the groove of basketball. I see myself as a basketball player now that we're in basketball season.
National championship in volleyball. You're making the inroads on the basketball team. Keep it up.
Thank you.
The other thing that I remember about Nat, which was amazing, she went out for the USA volleyball team, and at the very end gets cut. I want to say the last 2 to get cut for the USA volleyball team, so the best of the best. And she comes back to UCLA and she's distraught. She's like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? I didn't make the volleyball team. She's crying. I said, well, wait a sec. I said, why don't you try out for the basketball team?
For me, it was just, I've given everything I had. Let's go back to playing basketball and having fun.
So she gets cut from the USA volleyball team, last cut, very last cut. Tries out for the USA basketball team, gets on that and wins a gold medal. I mean, it's just amazing.
As I was nearing the end of my career in the WNBA, I knew once I started coaching that is what I loved. I loved teaching the game of basketball and loved helping the youth. And so the past 16 years, that's what I had been doing and absolutely loved it.
She did a club program in Utah, girls basketball, and was very successful, had some great players come through that she coached, and just really fell in love with the game. And then she gets the job over with the Aces and general manager, and look what happened there.
The Becky Hammond era has gotten off to a fantastic start here in Las Vegas.
I mean, the ride with the Aces my first year was just, it was really like a storybook.
Step back jumper is good! The city of Las Vegas has its first major professional title.
Natalie has been the person who has assembled a roster that allows us to compete for championships. And she's done it in a short period of time. And her fight is for us to build a dynasty here.
I think with Nat, everything she's done, she's been a winner. She's played volleyball, she was a winner. They win a national championship. She comes out, is on the basketball team, takes her basketball team to another level. She was a WNBA All-Star. She was a leading scorer in one of the All-Star games. Very successful WNBA player, just knows how to win. Like everything that Nat has been involved with has been successful, and she's a winner.
Natalie Williams is not going to let anything stop her. When one door shuts, she's going to open another one. I love that she carries that competitive fire in everything that she does, and it's really contagious when you're around her, because she's crushing it right now.
I think what I've tried to teach young people is that you really can do anything you put your mind to. You find things that you love and go for it. Believe in yourself and work hard, and good things happen.